Hi FlossTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Robin and this is my channel Lady Robins. I am really happy to have you all here visiting with me. This is a FlossTube channel where I talk about my cross stitching. If you're interested, I'm on 2 social media platforms, so you can also find me on Instagram under the same name, Lady Robins. Are you shocked? We've got a second video in less than 2 weeks. I looked down at my notes after I hit the off button last week and realized I completely forgot to draw winners for the 3 giveaways I had 2 videos back. So I've been thinking I just need to come on, do a quick video, announce the winners, and let y'all go. But of course, now that it's been a little bit of time, I have some stitching to show you. So the first thing, before I get rolling, I am going to announce the winners of the patterns that I am passing along. So I got things around me to share with you. I have coffee in my mug of the day. We are in Illinois. Yeah. I like this mug. I know that I think I've showed this one more recently, and I wasn't really planning on filming a FlossTube, but I got up early this morning. I was down getting my hair cut at 9:15 this morning. I realized that I have the same shirt on that I had on in my last video, because you know what happens? You do the laundry and then it's like on the top of the stack when you go to put your laundry away in your bedroom, and I'm like, oh, I like that shirt, I'll put that on. So you've got 2 videos in under 2 weeks in the same shirt. So no, it's not deja vu. This is really FlossTube number 128, and it is the 16th of November. So we are going to start off with some brewed coffee in our mug of the day, and then I'm going to get straight to announcing our giveaway winner. So let's do this first. Yep, good stuff. It's still coffee in there. It hasn't changed. Okay, so this is why I'm really coming on right now. I want to announce our winners. So for the Sparkle Kit, this came in a Black Needle Society box, super cute. It's got fabric, and I don't know if it has all the floss, but it has at least some of the floss that was in the box. This is going to Charlotte Jorgensen. So Charlotte, congratulations. I will get this in the mail just as soon as I possibly can. The next one we are sending out is a little dimensions kit. Life is good with the wine, and I think of that as probably the Napa Valley in the background. And this is going to Hilma Silkinson in Canada. So Hilma, congratulations to you. This is heading your way. Okay, now the third one is going to Shirley Anderson. Shirley Anderson, you have got the Little Dove Designs coffee pattern, and that will be heading in the mail towards you here just as soon as I can get to the post office, hopefully within the next couple of days. But don't quote me on that, because you know things have a way of happening around here. So there. I've got that all done. I have a finish since last I saw you. I did finally get my November Snowflower Diary piece finished. So the border is done. The peacock is done. It's heading for a finish, hopefully this afternoon. I will have to go and visit with my parents this afternoon, but after that, I don't have anything on my calendar, so I am hoping that I will have time to get this finished and up in my entryway in my home. So I've got some finishing ahead of me. The other thing that I have stitched on since I talked to you on Friday is I have stitched on my Harvest Time pattern. And so in case this is new to you, I got this off of Etsy, and our designer is Victoria House Designs. So I am making good progress on this. I'm thinking when we got together last, I was just starting on the vines, I believe I have all of the vines in. So now I have, this is like the top of the pumpkin right here, or another little pumpkin. Maybe it's another little pumpkin off to the side, not the top of the pumpkin. And then some leaves and some berry, and then there is a border. So there's still quite a bit of stitching left, but hopefully I can get this finished in November. Even though it's not going to be up for Thanksgiving this year, it will be ready for next year. So I am not going to put this away the second I've had Thanksgiving dinner. I'm just going to keep working on it until I finish it. So those are the only two things I stitched on since Friday. I've stitched on the Snowflower Diaries and Harvest Time, but that's okay. Because I'm really working towards a finish on both of those pieces, I have not done any 25/7 stitching. So I hope to bring that back into my stitching rotation just as soon as I'm done with Harvest Time. Yeah, I do like stitching 25/7 in the morning before I get my day rolling, but I'm also aware that if I don't get more stitching done, then I get zero stitching done on Harvest Time if that's the only stitching I do during the day. So anyway, I'm just setting that aside for right now, but not forever. Also, I want to thank you for your comments on my last video. I am trying to figure out how to wrangle all my whips. If you saw last video, I have a number of large projects that I started in 2020 that I really want to finish. I think something hanging around for 3 years is it doesn't work for me. It doesn't feel good to me. So I've had some people suggest the Tiny Decisions wheel. Also, I've had a couple of people suggest that I break Harbor Haven up into chunks and, you know, frame parts of it. I really want that great big huge thing all in one, so I'm not gonna do that. What else? Oh, one commenter said, I hope your husband's patient. I loved that. And like, he is pretty patient. So, he might have to wait until 2024 for a finish on that one, but I do want to get progress done on it. Another viewer said maybe break your week up into chunks, like do, you know, 2 days on one whip and then 2 days on another, and then do a small and then do a Sunday stitch, which that sounds interesting to me. So keep those ideas coming on how you're going to organize your 2023 stitching, and maybe it will help me settle in on an idea for my own stitching and getting whips finished. So I really appreciate that. Another really cool comment, somebody checked and let me know that the Thankful Notes series, there's 14 in that series. There is lots of stitching. So if you haven't had a chance to watch last week's video, I am going to start a SAL, a start along, right? I won't worry about finishing, which is kind of silly because I want to finish stuff, but I am starting a SAL with my friends Lynn and Sumi, who I have been stitching with for years, and we are going to do the Shepherd's Bush Thankful Notes series all year long. So start a thankful note, finish a thankful note, start a thankful note, finish a thankful note. And they're all very manageable. Nothing is bigger than like 80 by 60, so they're really small pieces, but they stitch up fairly quickly. So anyway, we are going to be doing that as a year-long SAL amongst us, and we want you to join us. So if you have got Shepherd's Bush notes patterns in your stash, break them out and stitch them with us all year long. So I don't think I'm going to start mine until probably, it might be a New Year's Day start. I think I'll start in January of 2023. But if you want to start now, feel free, right? There's 14 of them. There's lots of good stitching to be had on the Thankful Notes. The other thing that I have been thinking about is I want to do a few more smalls. So with that in mind, I did have one stash enhancement purchase. And what I purchased was the December issue of Just Cross Stitch. I have let my subscription to Just Cross Stitch lapse because I wasn't stitching anything out of the magazine. So I thought, well, maybe I'll just buy the ones that appeal to me. So I was watching Carolyn, whose channel is C Zook Stitch, and she did a flip through on this this issue, and in the issue are two kind of Thanksgiving themed pieces. Now I'm not going to start them right now, but I think I will start them towards the end of the year. But there is this adorable turkey, and I thought I would like that turkey up in my house during Thanksgiving next year. So there's that turkey, and then also there's this amazing cornucopia, and it says, we give thanks for this food, for these friends, for this life. And I thought that is another piece that I would love to have stitched it up in my house during Thanksgiving time. So because of that, I spotted this when I was in the grocery store, and I thought, I am going to purchase that issue for those two patterns, which I think is a pretty good deal because this magazine it's $7 US, and I don't know if you can buy two patterns at a cross stitch store for $7 anymore. So I thought it was money well spent. So I thought I would share this with you just in case you haven't caught a flip through. There's also a ton of really cute winter stitching, but it was the two Thanksgiving themed pieces that really caught my attention. So there's a little enabling for you. The other thing that I wanted to tell you, because I did have people wonder, how am I doing with stitching in a hoop? So here's my hoop, right? And I'm trying to stitch in the hoop half of the time, and then, you know, my beloved stitching in hand with the sewing method the other half of the time, because I had trouble with my hands a little bit ago. So it's going pretty well. What is helping though is I've got a frame. This is an Elan frame, and so I can get my I can, you know, chuck up my hoop in there, and it's working well for me. I'm not unhappy doing it. It's not quite as fast as stitching in hand, but still I'm enjoying trying something different. So if you were interested how that was going for me, I thought I'd give you a little update on stitching with a hoop. Not bad. I did have a friend say, hey, have you tried the Nerge hoops? And I haven't yet. I think this one is a Morgan hoop. And what's nice about the Morgan hoop is it does have, I don't know if you can see it, but there's this is a little ridge right in here, and then it fits into this channel. So your fabric is held, you know, really, really tight, so it doesn't slip and slide all over the place, which doesn't bother me at all because I stitch in hand, so my fabric is always, you know, loosey-goosey. So, but I know that that's important to some stitchers to have super tight fabric, and so the Morgan hoop would definitely work for you if you like that. Okay, I thought I would show you a whip in progress. I have a piece that you'll probably remember that I finished a while back. This is from Bent Creek. I think it's called Pumpkin Flower Sampler. That's what it is, Pumpkin Flower Sampler. So I've got my mat board cut. I've got to get this laced on here, and then I found a little something at the craft store, and it was the perfect size. You know, I just needed the right size. I couldn't care less what it says, but that will go on here. And then once that is done, I have made cording. I haven't made cording in a long, long time. And I shout out to Helen D, who did a cording tutorial a little bit ago. And so I watched her cording tutorial and I have made cording. And so once I get that mounted on here, I'm going to edge it with this cording. So I have got 2 whips that I want to finish up here. Today would be great if I have that much time. I hope I have that much time so I can get both of those things finished today, and then I can come back on my next floss tube with 2 FFOs. So let's cross our fingers for me that I can get 2 FFOs completed here, and maybe even an FO if I can get harvest time finished stitching. That would be really great, but I don't know if I can get all that done, but who knows? You know, you gotta have a goal. We don't call those a stretch goal. That's my stretch goal. So, yeah, we'll see what I can get going. I do have some things in my stash that I thought I would break out and stitch here, probably again maybe in December, maybe started in December or January. But I had forgotten that I had bought this adorable, let me take it out, it's a Primrose Cottage Stitches chart called Welcome Winter. Can you see that? Welcome Winter. So I had bought that along with a 32 count platinum Lugana. And I'm not sure, but is that the, it's not the called for on the chart, but the called for on the chart is 25 count Country Mocha Lugana. I don't know if I couldn't find it, but I thought, you know, it's been a while since I stitched on a nice Lugana, so I found this, you know, semi-kitted up. So I'm gonna start this maybe after I get harvest time. Maybe I'll launch into this. I haven't pulled the flosses yet, but that's one thing that is on my radar of things to get started here very soon. And then a complete blast from the past. I have no idea if this is still in print, but 100 million years ago, I bought the Williamsburg Christmas ornament chart. Now, this has got 5 ornaments, and it's by the Sampler House. And you guys look at this chart. This is like the cover page. There's nothing on it, but the instructions, look how thick that is. And it is like, look at this. It's like hand typed. This is an old chart, copyright 1989. So it tells you, I was looking through this a little bit. It has got tons of specialty stitches. It's got 2-sided Italian cross stitches, 4-sided stitches, the buttonhole bar. I have no idea what that is. I'm sure I'm going to learn. Flat stitches, which I know, small cross stitches, yes, square stitches, which they say is a pulled thread stitch, so that'll be great. Long arm cross stitch, small Algerian eye, arrowhead stitch, I don't know what that is, flat stitch, Irish stitch, rice stitch, herringbone stitch, queen stitch, Rhodes stitch, double Leviathan. Wow. So anyway, apparently there's a lot of specialty stitches in here for 5 ornaments, 5 Williamsburg Christmas ornaments. So I am really looking forward to giving this a try. I can't even tell you how excited I am at the thought of starting this. So this is another thing that I will be starting in the new year. And what's really fun is I already have the linen. I've got the linen and it's already cut. In fact, back to Lynn and Sumi, we went up and down the East Coast one summer, and we stayed at a bed and breakfast, and then we went on a cross-stitch store hop. We went from cross-stitch store to cross-stitch store to cross-stitch store. And I wish there was a tag on this chart to tell me which store I bought this at. There's nothing on the bag that has the linen in it, but I can remember at the store buying the chart and then wanting to purchase the linen, and the employee at the shop stood at their cutting counter and cut the 5 pieces of linen for me so that I would have everything I needed, besides floss, to start this. So that is really, this just tickles me to think that, that I've got this old chart and I can hardly wait. I can hardly wait to try it. So, even though I have plenty of stitching to do, I'm looking forward to starting these 2 things here, in 2023. I'm not going to start them now, but in a month and a half, in 6 weeks, I'm going to start both of them along with thankful notes. I'm going to do winter thankful notes in case you're curious. So that's it. That's all I've got today, but I just wanted to pop on and make sure that I told you guys who had won those 3 patterns. So thanks for stopping in, you guys. I appreciate you being here. You make my world better just knowing that you're all out there and we're all connecting over cross stitch. So that's it for today. Have an absolutely fantastic day. We have got a crisp cold one here. I think our high is supposed to be something stupid like 42. 42 in Seattle is going to be our high. I think that's what I heard on the news this morning. So anyway, have a great day. Stitch happy, my friends. I will see you next time. All right, bye.